Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
Here it comes. This is the one. Yep, it's the team on the right we're talking about. Hyderabad have been there no matter what they've done. The big news of Saturday has been Ravindra Jadeja is no longer the leader of the Chennai Super Kings. It has gone back to the supreme leader, who will be Mahendra Singh Dhoni in charge. Now, when they walk out, Joy, I'm just trying to think. I mean, we'll start looking at team changes and things like that. But what is the whole difference going to be when they walk out there? And how does Jadeja walk out there? Is there going to be a change?
No, firstly, Jadeja himself will be walk out a relieved man. Perhaps you'll see a good performance because it's not that somebody came to him and put a tap on his shoulder and said, you can't do this. It's that I don't want to do it anymore. I don't think I can do it. Let me just be the best player I can. And therefore, I don't think it's going to be as difficult for it as would have been for him had he been replaced as a captain. But what also happens is, in all these things, sometimes it's just a matter of doing a reset. I remember in 2014 a situation where Gautam Gambhir, got about 5 runs in the first 5 innings he played, and then there was a little matter. He just changed his jersey number. Now you may say that, how does it make a difference? It does make a difference. It's a reset. Okay, I'm starting from scratch again. So Chennai's fans, Chennai team will be saying, okay, fine, that part of the season is over. We are starting from 0-0 with Dhoni as captain. Let's see how we do. Let's see how many matches we win. So sometimes just the psychological reset button always helps the team. And then if that reset happens to be Mahendra Singh Dhoni coming back, that is just, that turbocharges that reset as well. So yeah, it's going to make a huge difference to them. They're going to be a very, very different entity. And they'll be hoping to make a fresh new start in this tournament.
And here I thought you only did that with technology. You have a problem with your laptop, you have a problem with your phone, just reset, restart. Everything's fixed. Well, we're hoping that things do get fixed, but it's not that, yes, it came as a surprise to us when we heard the news on Saturday, Lisa, but it's not that it was as surprising in terms of digesting the information, because we've been shouting from the treetops saying, look, Jadeja doesn't seem right for the captaincy.
Yeah, and we spoke about it when it was officially mentioned, and I mentioned how brave it was for him to kind of put his hand up. A lot of players, a lot of leaders kind of go, no, I'll stick at it. I don't want to come across as weak or soft. But he's actually, to be honest, doing something that he's comfortable with, that he feels that will be more beneficial for the team, but also for him and his impact in the game. So let's see. Like Joy, I don't think it's going to be an issue. It'll almost be walking out like it was last year. Everything will be fine. Mahendra Singh Dhoni at the top, making all of the calls. Great. I'll just slot into my backward point position and run a few people out at the non-strikers end. Done.
Exactly, and come into bowl at attacking times, maybe with the bat in hand, finish off games like he's been done, whether they're batting first or chasing. Quick one, if you have a look at that squad again, Joy, any possible changes in there? Now that we know the reset has been pressed, we're not sure about Moeen Ali and when he's going to be coming back, but otherwise Santner's been doing decently with the ball. Does he stick with you at number 3?
Yeah, I think they'll stick. If Moeen doesn't come back, they'll stick with Santner at number 3. I think more than any other squad, Chennai realizes or understands the folly of fooling around too much with no real reason. And they've actually made more changes than they normally do. And, we had Fleming came out and said that, he wants to give Hangar Gekar the chance to sort of settle in. So there doesn't seem to be any much of a chance out there. They like Mukesh Chaudhary and what he's doing. Theekshana is a mystery bowler for them. Look, this is also a very powerful batting side. It just hasn't got going the way it could have. And the day they get going, somebody has scored more runs than them. That's basically been their problem. But this is one of the more powerful batting units in this tournament. And it has to show someday or the other. So they should expect a big one.
Yeah, well, I think it's a game that everyone's looking forward to, particularly to see the new look side, in a sense, with the old captain back. Sounds confusing, it's not. Hyderabad, now what about them? They have just had a game where they've put on 190 on the board after finally batting first, and it got chased down. They'll be a little bit confused, but not too much damage done, Lisa, with that?
No, I mean, Imran Malik, he picked up the player of the match performance at, 5 for 25. You don't often see a player from a losing side getting the player of the match performance. So there was a lot of things that they could take out of that. And we know in T20 cricket, it comes down literally sometimes to one ball, one event, or half an over. And that's really probably what cost Hyderabad. But they're flying at the moment. They look very comfortable with what they're doing. Kane Williamson at the helm, Tom Moody involved from a coaching point of view. They've got all of the rock stars in their coaching network, and it's all paying off. And players look happy and comfortable in their roles.
All except for the fact that, like we've said with Virat Kohli, like we said with Rohit Sharma, and I think you can pretty much put them at the same pedestal. A certain Kane Williamson Joy would like some runs for himself.
Yeah, he'd like some runs for himself, and I think the two things he's been doing after the past match is probably one is just going to the nets and sort of trying to sort himself out, and the other is just putting an arm around Marco Jansen, young Marco Jansen, and saying these days will happen. And
hang on.
Jansen,
Joy, how do you put your arm around Marco Jansen?
Yeah, that I admit you've just got to wait for him to sit down. Very fair point. Absolutely fair point, Gautam. I should have, mixed metaphors or picking your metaphors at the right time. Absolutely. But yeah, Marco Jansen, he just needs to tell him that, these things happen. You're a great bowler. That last over, it's okay. It's going to happen. One of these days, somebody's going to get hold of you. And the next time somebody tries to get hold of you, you'll be a bit better prepared as to how to handle it. Don't worry about it, because it's important for them that it's a set bowling unit. Because what's happening with Imran Malik giving them that kind of pace in those wickets, what's going to happen is the others are going to benefit, because that's one less bowler to attack, which means they're going to have to take more risks with the other bowlers as well. And I think that what happens is the largest of wickets spread out. The more people take risks, the more wickets you get. So this is a set unit. This is a good team. And they lost a really good match, perhaps one of the finest matches of this year's tournament. So they wouldn't read too much into it at all.